Syria gained notoriety on Tuesday when it was inducted into the United Nations list of shame countries, known for their physical and sexual abuse of children in armed conflicts. The new report, published on Monday, comprises 52 countries like Afghanistan, Myanmar, Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, where children are victims of conflict. Libya also debuts in the report. Since the uprising against Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi began in February last year, the report highlights a widespread inclusion of children in armed groups and forces. While child casualties were not strictly documented, it claimed 129 children had been killed and reported 247 incidents of torture.
Children as young as 9 years of age were victims of killing and maiming, detention, torture, arbitrary arrests, and were used as human shields by the Syrian government forces, including the Syrian armed forces, the intelligence forces, the Shabiha militia, and in addition, these forces have regularly raided and used schools as military bases and detention centers.
The UN Special Envoy for Children and Armed Conflict, Radhika Kumaraswamy, said the body received credible information on the Syrian armed opposition's abuse of children since the conflict erupted in March last year. This conflicts claims made by the Free Syrian Army, which maintains its policy does not allow the recruitment of soldiers under the age of 17.
I sent a technical team out to the refugee camps to take affidavits and testimony, and we have children as young as 14 years old in detention being tortured by government forces with marks visibly on their bodies. We have seen children, they've described to my technical team, of being beaten, of being scarred by cigarette burns and whipped with electrical cables. Cases of sexual torture were also recorded against these children.
Kumaraswamy also mentioned evidence on the use of children as human shields.
In the Ain Laruz village, for example, children from that village described how in a bus that was carrying military personnel, the children were put up against the window so as to protect the bus from being attacked.
The death of the teenage boy Hamza al-Khatib last May caused an international uproar. Khatib was detained by men loyal to Assad, tortured and killed. His body then sent to his family, bearing burns, bruises, bullet wounds, and severed genitals. His death drew worldwide condemnation over the excessive violence, which not only affected adults, but now children were targeted as well. Many children were also killed in the recent massacres in Hula and Mazra'at al-Qubair, according to UN monitors visiting the country. About 10,000 people are estimated by the UN to have been killed since the conflict began. Noura Faraj, العربية.